All right, let's take a look at question number 1. And we have 3x plus 4 equals 5x minus 10. Looking at these problems, I always want to find the number and the letter, circle it, draw my wall. Now I have a circle on both sides. So our rule is we want to take the smaller number and put it to the other side. In order to do this, this is a 3x, it's smaller than 5x, so I need to subtract 3x from both sides. When I do that, these cancel, and I have 4 equals 5 minus 3x is 2x minus 10. Now we're back to what we did last week and 3 weeks ago. Again, circle, my wall's already there. Again, that circle tells me to start on that side and do what's next to the circle. And what's next to the circle? A minus 10. We always do the opposite operation. So instead of minus, I need to add 10 to both sides. 4 plus 10 is 14. Bring down the 2x. And these two guys cancel. Now I have a number next to a letter, which means I'm going to have to divide them apart. So in math, you're going to divide. And you get 14 divided by 2 is 7. These guys cancel, and I get x. Or you can rewrite it so the x is in front. Both answers are correct. Usually you put the x in front. Next question, number 2. Number outside the parenthesis, just like we were talking yesterday. Little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest and multiplying. So 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 4 would be minus 20 equals 7 times 2, 14y, plus 7 times 1, 7. Now we're back to what we were doing in the last problem. Number with the letter, and our wall, which is just like a mirror. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. Remembering what our rule is, moving the smaller one. 5 is smaller than 14, so that's a positive 5 there. So I'm actually going to have to minus 5y to both sides. Notice that I'm putting it underneath the number and the letter. These guys are opposite, so they cancel. I'm left with negative 20 equals 14 minus 5, which is 9y plus 7. Now we're back to what we did 3 weeks ago. A number all by itself, I should say a number with a letter, and it is next to a plus 7. It's not by itself. So I have to do what's next to it. That's a plus 7, so I'm going to have to minus 7 both sides. Negative 20 minus 7 is negative 27 equals 9y, and these guys cancel. Now we're back to what we did last step, last problem. Number next to a letter. We have to divide them apart, so divide them. That becomes negative 3 equals 9 over 9 cancels the 1 equals y. And again, you just rewrite it like this. Both ways are correct, but usually you put the number second or last. You have the y in front, y equals negative 3. Let's take a look at number 3. We have our number with the letter over here. Oh, but then we have parentheses. So we need to take care of those parentheses first. You can look at our order of operations. That's what we have to do first. So I'm just going to rewrite this. And now, just like we talked about, 1/2 times that is 3 plus 1/2 times 4a is 2a. Again, put that in your calculator just to double check. 1/2 times 6, 1/2 times 4, and you get those answers. Now we need to take a look at number with a letter, number with a letter. And if you look at this equation, does one side look like the other? Okay. And I'm going to show you one last thing. So our rule was move the smaller letter. But they're both 2. So if you look at this and catch and go, oh, they're both the same, that's a special answer. I'm going to tell you about what it is. But if you didn't catch it, you could subtract 2a from both sides. Subtract 2a from both sides. That cancels. You bring down to 3. Bring down to 3, and that cancels. And you're left with 3 equals 3. That's going to happen in certain situations. Your answer here is many solutions. When one side equals the other side, does 3 equal 3? Yes. Many solutions. That's your answer. To go along with this question, if you got something that looked like this as an answer, 2 equals -5, you have to ask yourself, does 2 equal -5? No. So your answer is no solution. So 2 different types of answers that you'll get in this section. 1, many solutions, because one side equals the other side. The other answer, one side does not equal. No, it does not work. So your answer is no solution. And the last problem, take a look at, number 4. Okay, let's see what we have here. Number with the letter, draw my wall. Ah! We have parentheses. We're going to have to do those first. I'm going to have to rewrite this side. 4x minus 5 equals, now we go ahead and hop and multiply. 2 times 2 is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. Going to take a look at this one. There's my number on my letter. There's my number in my letter. The rule that we have to follow is we have to move the smaller one. Which one's smaller? 4 or 4? They're the same. What's that? Any side. So looking at this, they're both the same. That happened before the last question. But let's see what happens. Let's just move this guy. 4x over to 4x. That cancels. I'm left with -5. That cancels. I'm left with 2. Does -5 equal 2? No. So my answer is no. No what? No solution. There's your answer. I'm going to preview that in the last question just to get you ready for this one.